32 featuring Hossain third time.
Again.
So the thing is, YouTube has some beef with me. It has some so
Or
every
maybe
live
with me,
session,
who knows?
yeah, like every live first live session becomes spoiled, and that's why try to do better with the second one, but this time even the second one got spoiled. So now it's the third one. Hopefully, this live session won't be stuck or not audible or whatever. And yeah, Hussein was talking about his psychedelic experience where he went to that home screen state where he was all alone and there was no other consciousness around him. He was in that purest state where the whole world had disappeared for him, and he was explaining about that. And after that, how his life changed after experiencing that pure nothingness. How his life changed and how he felt more relaxed, knowing that that is the ultimate reality. Everyone, we have all come from that same absolute zero, and we have nothing to fear because whenever we die, we just go there. And whenever we want to dream, we come back to these Maya states. So there's nothing to fear because there's no death for this consciousness. Death is just illusion. So that is the thing he was talking about and how fearless he became. And I think we have to emphasize about that state in this podcast. And also, he loves Ganapati a lot, and he was talking about how he reads. What is that? What do you read every day in the morning?
Ganpati Atharva Shirsha.
Yeah, Atharva.
Shirsha.
Yeah, so that one every morning. And yeah, can you explain more about how you entered this path of sadhana and spirituality? Yeah.
Um, I have always been very curious towards Ganpati. Um, from the beginning, I mean, you can see in my stature, like I had that type of connection with him. You know what I mean? Like this dude looks like me. It's
Mm,
like that. It started that way.
mm,
But it's so vast. You know what I mean? Like it's whenever we look like the five forms of Brahma, and one of them being Ganpati, who teaches us and who gives us like what ways to go and stuff like that. It's just so big and vast, and like now I'm getting into Ganpati. Now I'm feeling like Ganpati. There's like things beyond Ganpati. At least for me, everyone's experience is different and valid. To me, I feel like Ganpati is like so in the form of when Parvati created Ganpati out of clay, right?
mm,
When he had the human head, um, I would call that's me before the experience. You know
mm,
what I mean? Like I would just go through things monotonously, like a machine. I have this interaction, I act this way. I have this interaction, I act this way. I don't question. I just act. I just like show whatever. Just I reflect. You know what I mean?
mm,
And after that interaction, after that experience, I started feeling like there's something beyond this, and like that state is in everyone. We don't
mm,
feel it, we don't experience it, we don't associate with it, but it's there. It's in everyone. I could see through people's eyes that they're in that state all the time. Um so I just felt like when the Shiva kind of cut Ganpati's head, the human head, that kind of represents the pure consciousness coming down and like slicing up the normal intellect. And then when the new head comes, that's like divine intellect. That's how I perceive Ganpati. That's how I see Ganpati within me. that I have this intellectual person that I am most of the time, and sometime I'm divine because I'm thinking that way, I'm feeling that way, but not always. So the I personally feel like the reason that we do sadhana is to associate ourselves more and more with the divine. You know what I mean? Like you are you are Aditya. Sometime you're Aditya. Sometime you are not Aditya. You are like some higher channeler of a higher being. You know what I mean? I feel like we're all channel. We're all channel of many, many things. Like all the 24 what's the name? Like Rasa, Rupa and all that stuff. You know what I
mm,
mean? Apart from the Brahman that lives within us, apart from that, all the other things eat, right? They all have their meal and
mm,
they like different things. The skin likes to be touched. Um, the tongue likes to be taste. You know what I mean? Do you get my point?
mm,
Like
mm,
all of those things eats, and they eat through this body. And
mm,
there's Brahman that just is just there. It's just chilling and seeing and laughing. I feel like
mhm.
always laughing,
Yeah.
always
Yeah.
in a blissful state. Like, oh, this fella, what see what he's doing.
Mm,
So I feel that. I personally feel it. Um, you can say Ganpati, whoever you believe, whoever you feel connected to. Like my mom,
mm,
she is still Muslim. She prays 5 times a day, but the conversations we have is amazing because she understands the core. You know what I mean? Like the anahat center of it all. Like all these things comes forth because of this, because of heart, because they want to create and be loved. The consciousness wants to be loved. You know what I mean? That's why it creates so many form of it. Like
mm,
when we say so many, it's like we think it's just so many. It's like trillions and trillions and trillions of forms of it. You know what I mean? But the absolute zero, just one form can reach, which is you, me, and everyone has to reach absolute zero by themselves, through themselves. But the form infinity is always there. So
true.
yeah, I had a couple of questions actually. Um,
Mm,
not question, I would say like discussion.
mm.
Um, deities. What are deities?
Deities are beings like humans who are there in other realms. So they live in a realm where uh, the power is more, like when compared to the realm of humans. For example, what can humans do? Humans can walk, they can run, they can swim, they can open their laptops and work, and open their smartphones and watch reels, and that's what humans can do. So you're able to hear me, right?
Yeah,
Okay. Humans have certain amount of powers, and so this is the realm of the physical. Um, Whereas there are other realms called as astral and causal, where the beings like deities like Kali, Krishna, Baglamukhi, Dhumavati, all those deities have more power over the environment than on Earth. For example, they can fly, they can uh, go invisible, they can shrink, they can expand, they can teleport themselves. So basically, that realm is beyond the space time of this physical one, and So they are the, I would say they are like aliens who belong to other dimension and not this one. The reason we are not able to see them is because we vibrate at different frequency range. They vibrate at different frequency range. But the day we start vibrating at their frequency, we will be able to experience their realm, their worlds, everything. And the realm that they are in is more closer to the absolute zero than this one. This is very far from the absolute zero. So to reach the absolute zero back, I guess we have to pass through that realm of the deities. Yeah.
So would you say that like they're like thought construct of a higher like type of thing, like whatever created the concept of universe?
Uh, yeah, everything emerged from that same absolute zero. So I would say they are also dreamers like us, like how we are dreaming about this universe. Similarly, the deities are also the dreamers, but the difference is they dream in a better manner. They dream about better things, and they have good,
Bigger
better
drama.
manifest. Yeah,
Maybe they're dreaming of better, bigger drama.
yeah, and better manifestation powers they have. For example, if they think about something and that will happen for real, and whereas if I think about, let's say I want a mango, I can't just make a mango pop up in my uh, reality, right? I have to go to market and buy it. So the manifestation power is less, whereas the deities the have more manifestation powers. They can just think about
So,
something and it just appears.
so in that case, I'm hearing that manifestation power correlates with the connection of Shiva consciousness,
Mm,
like how much you know the pure zero, absolute zero, is how much manifestation power you have. Would you say that?
yeah, true.
Yeah. And these japas and all that stuff, these are just like they're kind of like hypnotizing the higher mind or the higher soul, whatever we can say, to make sure that it has the capacity or increased capacity. Would you say that?
True.
Nice. I mean, I've kind of came to this conclusion before as well, but like, sometime, sorry, a lot of the time we just hear people talk and we don't realize it within ourselves. We just take it as, oh, Aditya said that, and that must be right. But I feel like it's not about that. It's about what you think, like what I would think. You can say
Mm,
many things in the world, but if I don't resonate with it, if I don't
mm,
feel it within my core, it's
mm,
just information, right?
mm, true.
I had like a bunch of questions and stuff, but I just feel like you've already talked about so many things there.
Mm,
Like so many people have talked so many things.
mm,
And I was like it was cool to see people from all sect of life kind of came. And they're like students, they're professors, they're what's the name?
doc-
Reporters and all that stuff, doctors. So it's very cool, and it's very much to show that the inkling is there. It
mm,
doesn't matter who it is, what they do. The
mm,
inkling to something else, to something that is beyond this realm is there. I had a friend who one day asked me, um, why is it necessary to pray to a deity or something to get out of this? reincarnation cycle.
Hmm.
And a thought came in my mind is that when we try to shift what you said is just in a different way of saying is that
Hmm.
when you want to shift your consciousness, you have to root it into something else. Like if you want to shift from the physical realm to like mental construct realm, you need to make it as a root. Like people, for me, for example, it's Ganpati. Other people, there's like other deities. Christians has their deities and all that stuff. They kind of
Hmm.
root their mental construct in some other concepts other than just physical concept. Would you say that?
Yeah, correct. Like it's like hypnotizing yourself into the other realm. For example, like how if you want to become an engineer, right? You hypnotize yourself like since 12th grade. You tell yourself that I want to become an engineer. I want to become an engineer. One fine day I'll be a great engineer. So what happens is after 6 years you become a great engineer. And similarly, this is also like a hypnotizing thing. You're chanting the mantra Om Krim Mahakalika Nama, Om Krim Mahakalika Nama. So slowly you're going to the realm of Kali, wherever she's there, and you become that Cream Bijakshara itself. So uh, the thing is, people misunderstand this concept that mantras are just the deities are just mantras, but it is much more than that. The thing is, even the realm that we are in, right? This physical realm, this is made up of mantras. Like it's made up of Shrim, Rim, Maim, Klim, and all that. Hum, Yam, Vam, Ram, Lam, all the Panchabhutas. So everything is vibrating at certain mantra frequency. That is, even the bottle, even my skin, a shirt, everything. So that is how you can deduce this realm into just a bunch of sounds. Uh, so even the emotion that we have can be reduced into a bunch of sounds. So what I mean to tell is all the realms are just a bunch of sounds, and in we are trying to go to the realm which has more manifestation powers better. So like by telling Om Shri Mahalakshmi Nama, Om Krim Mahakalika Nama, Om Klim Krishna Nama, Gam Glam Gam Ganapate Nama. We are trying to go to those realms, and we are leaving the realm of Hamyam Brahmam Lam. Hamyam Brahmam Lam is the realm of Panchabhuta, that is the physical one. So uh, some people think that the realm of deities there are no one, it is just made of bijaksharas, but that's not true. Even this realm is made of bijaksharas. The reason you're seeing the storyline, the reason you're seeing this uh, drama is because your mind is like a filtration tool. Like how what water purifiers, they filter out all the impurities and give you like pure water, right? Similarly, even your mind is like a filtration system. It filters out it receives the sounds of hum yam ram vam lam, all the panchabhutas, the five sensory input it receives, and it creates its own construct. It creates a drama like, okay, this is Shikon Hossain, this is Jason, this is Purnima. So it creates like a storyline, and we become that story. We go into that story. So that is what a mind is. A mind receives the frequencies and converts it into story. Similarly, even the realm of the deities is like that only. Even though it is made up of bijaksharas, when we go to that realm, our mind again receives the frequencies, that is Shrim Rim Aim Klim, then converts it into a story, like a beautiful drama. So our mind is like a processor, like a processor which processes sounds into drama. So it's like a director, I would say. Director is like the perfect word. It directs movies. Yeah.
But here's the thing, like there's the director there, an actor is also there,
Mm.
and like director is telling actor to do something, the actor is like, I don't want to do it, and then there's like the producer there as well. Producer is like the higher mind, right? Like they're like, I need this done. If you don't do this, you're not getting that. So all of these things are happening in this little body, but it thinks that it's very important and it's very like knowledgeable, but it's not. And I
mm,
feel like that's why people are stuck here, because they think they're important and they think that they're special and all that stuff. They are, don't get me wrong, they're as special as anyone is, right? Which is, that is special enough. Like if you are special like everyone else, if everyone else is special that you can perceive, that's the highest special you can be. But
mm,
also it's very normal as well. It's like just like everyone else. But
mm,
I feel like
mm,
this the concept of like clinging into different ego construct and thinking that those are us, that's what prolongs the reincarnation journey. And like I have dabbled a little bit into my past lives. It just came to me. Like I would just meditate and I will be like, why do I have this? And then I will get glimpses of like problems that I've kind of faced. I mean, I'll give you an example. For example, I'm scared of water. I don't know how to swim yet. I want to swim. I want to learn to swim. One day, I like recently, I would say 4 or 5 months ago, I was meditating and I was like, why am I so scared of water? Why, what is it in water? Like it gives life, it's so loving and all that stuff. Why am I scared of it? And a couple of days later, I just got this storyline that this old fellow in German died in water drowning, and I could feel his pain. And I'm like, this is not me, Hussein, but I could relate to him. Who, what the fuck? Like, who was he? You know what I
mm,
mean? Like, I'm like, maybe this is a concept that I need to forget, that water is not as scary as I think it is. It can take life, but I'm not dying now. So I feel like these tendencies kind of come through different lineages and different lifetimes, and we kind of still get the do the bhog of the karma.
mm,
We do the bhog, but I don't think it's necessary. I don't think it's necessary to live the karma. I feel
mm,
like I feel like the suffering can be very much reduced. It can be reduced by like 90%. Just the fact that we are not the doer. It's those three gunas that their configuration makes us do certain things because at the time we want to perceive, we want to experience those things. But when you are in the Shiva state, you're not the doer. You know what I mean? You're the Karan of everything. Like what? Like there's no shame, no blame, no sadness there. In it, there's a peace in that feeling, and I feel like a lot of karma dies there. But man, it's so tempting. This world is. I still feel like I can't really go um fully into spirituality like you have done. And I still feel like I have things that I need to give to this world materialistically, and I need to experience more materialistic um, successes in different aspects of life. But it's being very easy for me now. It's like previously I had to work hard to get something. You know what I mean? Like I like this person. I'm like, I want to meet and have fun, whatever. Previously, it used to be hard for me, but now, like, I could just, something will happen, something will bring me to that situation. I don't even have to work too hard. So I've made this japa in my mind that I don't chase, I attract. That's
Hmm.
something that I took from Western philosophy of spirituality and stuff. It works. Everything works. As long as we believe, everything works.
Hmm. True.
How did you manifested this YouTube channel?
I have
Like, did
no
you
idea.
sit down? Did you
I
sat
have
down
like
one day and be like, I'm gonna do it?
no. The thing is, I never liked any of the thing that is uh, that money, fame, power, uh, sex, and all that material world provides. It. I felt always felt like it's just a scam. That is like it. Maya just shows you that, and you try to go into it, and it just bites you. Like it bite you and tell you that it's just a scam. So I never liked Maya because of that. Because whenever I went close to my desire, right, it used to bite me back. And that's why I told to Kali that just like remove me from this world. I hate I hate this world. So she showed me that absolute zero, like how you went through that psychedelic. Similarly, even she showed me when I was doing Dakshina Kali sadhana, right? She was like she pulled my Kundalini, the consciousness till here, and she showed me that full complete zero state, and I got scared, but I saw it anyways, and for like few maybe few minutes, and when I went to that state, I realized okay, I can go to that state anytime I want, like no need of any external stimuli. I can go to that state through just Dakshina Kali sadhana. So when I realized that, I thought this needs to be told to the world that whoever wants to escape this physical realm bondages, they need to learn this method of Kundalini sadhana. So I used to do all that 18 mantra deity, right? So similarly, I just told the same thing to the world. That first I gave out the Nama mantra so that it'll not be dangerous, but then I started giving out the Bija mantra, and I wanted to be responsible for whoever is like taking this course, and uh, that's why I'm like proctoring all the people in Telegram and seeing whether they are reaching that state of highness, and so yeah, I want to basically I want people to feel that home screen, and I want Kali to take them, but not like very suddenly. I want her to prepare them slowly. That is, the 18 months are there. No, slowly. One fine day when they have no fear inside their hearts, that day I want Kali to show that home screen, because home screen is uh, not like comprehensible for a person who is not ready for it, who fears uh, detachment. So that's why I want Kali to show my students the home screen only when they're ready for it, not when they're not ready for it. So I think that will happen like in few months, and everyone will be able to reach that home screen through sadhana. And after that, maybe once most of the students understand how to reach the home screen, then I think it's my time, because I don't see any purpose staying in this realm. So I think even I'll go back to that home screen, because once I reach that home screen, I'll be able to change the
So,
channel, and I want to change the
so
channel.
what channel you wanna go to?
Uh,
What is the
it
channel you wanna subscribe to?
It's mostly the one where Kali is there, or someone near to Kali at least. Like maybe targeting the realm of Kali is far fetched, I would say, because it's too powerful for even an astral being like Yogananda, Vivekananda to understand the realm of deities. So that's why I would first prefer seeing the realm of the enlightened beings, like the astral planets, like Hiranyaloka or whatever. Maybe after that, I'll be ready to
Tapa
comprehend,
Mahajana.
yeah, other realms. Yeah.
That sounds cool. Like, what do you want to do? Like, what are you perceiving that you will be doing there? Like, what are the lessons you have to learn or experiences?
Uh, there's no lesson to learn. It's just about your interest. Wherever you want to go, you should have the freedom to go. That's the only thing. Like I want that freedom to be with every human on the planet. I don't want that. The problem is most of the humans don't know that they have that freedom to go to those realms, and I want to give that freedom to them. Um, and for me, it's not about any goal. It's just my like I feel like that realm uh, is more interesting to me. That is it. It feels like okay, there's something new to explore. For example, this realm, right? What is there? Like it's just money, fame, power, sex, food, shelter. Done, nothing else. Maybe drugs are
Man, there's
better than.
love there too. I feel
Mm,
like this realm is created so that we can be responsible when we go to the next realm. You know what I
mm,
mean? Like this, I feel like this realm was created in a way that we get to a point where we don't have much desire for ourselves, because when we understand the concept of God is not selfish. The first thing would be that unconditional love, right? Like that's like the main staple for all the gods across. Not like the olden gods, like not Odin and all that stuff, but like, you know what I mean, like spiritually abundant God, not the earthly God. So I feel like, as you say, that we're gods, right? We are seeds of God. If that's the case, that seed needs nourishment. That seed needs to know what soil to use, what kind of water, how much consumption of water needed, how to implement it to grow, you know what I mean? To be able to seed itself, like to have flower, to have fruits within itself. We are in very, very new stage. To like when I personally think the realm of like what's the name? Um the three realm that you said, this one, the astral and causal. When I think of causal realm, those beings has to go through so many, like so many experiences. When I say so many, it's like trillions and trillions of experiences to reach that level. Or you can say that they were always there, they are experiencing things through us. You know what I mean? Whichever way you want to say it, at the end of the day, they have to also go through all of these experiences that we do. That's why they can relate. And I feel like if the only way to relate things is if you go through the experience, then
mm,
you can relate. If you can't relate lack of love, you can't understand what love is. You know what I mean?
mm,
So I feel like this realm is perfectly curated to make God out of human, but not in this lifetime, which a lot of people get messed up with. There's lifetimes and lifetimes left, but it's okay because like it's infinity. There's so much energy left, so much experience left. So I don't feel like rushed. I don't. I don't have the feeling of I need to do it quick. It's fine. I'll take time. I know that the screen is there and I will be popping there. So I don't need to feel
mm,
like I have to rush or anything like that. But I totally understand that some people do because experiences can be really bad at some point where you just wanna like give up. You just want to like numb from those experience. And I feel like a lot of the time escapism comes here as well, that a lot of people go through. But I'm not saying anything bad about it because that's also important. That is also important, and Maya gives people these experiences so that they go to the other way. You know what I mean? So, but a lot of the time, what happens is that in the mix of um, escapism, people feel very like they don't feel fulfilled when they're dying. That's not a good thing. And that's why I feel like your teaching is great because you say that like you need to get all the desires done, because if you
mm,
don't get your desires done, those desires are going to be in the subconscious, or
mm,
or I should say in the higher soul's collective information. So those things that will be like, okay, you haven't done this and that can only be experienced in earth, so you got to go back again.
mm,
That's how we get reincarnated and stuff. But I don't think reincarnation is a bad thing personally.
mm.
A lot of people think it's bad, but extra desire is not good. Excessive is nothing good. How do you feel about what I just said?
Yeah, I feel like we have to satisfy our desire without disturbing the other consciousness, because like every consciousness has its own journey to reach Shiva, right? So we have to focus on like uh, working out our desires, working out in the sense either to resolve it inside the mind or to resolve it outside by fulfilling it. For example, let's say um, there's a desire to earn money and maybe make parents proud or something. So either it can be worked internally, that you can tell yourself that okay, I have a lot of money, and it can be worked internally, or you can just do it in the external world. You can involve yourself inside the Maya and fulfill it. So there are two ways of fulfilling your desire. Or if you have a desire for love, partner, sex, or relationship, then you have to either do it internally or you can do it externally by dating or whatever. So what I mean is there are different ways to fulfill the desire. We have to ensure that we fulfill it without disturbing other consciousness, because other consciousness are there or are on their own path, and we should not disturb their path. We have to let everyone be in their own pace, and we have to make sure that we will fulfill our desire before transcending, because transcending requires complete that satisfaction, that internal satisfaction. Okay, I have done whatever I wanted. Now Maya has nothing to offer anymore. Like for example, let's say after you earn money, or after you marry someone, after you feel satisfied, okay, I have experienced everything. And if you want kids, maybe after making kids also, after sending them to school, college, and maybe after they get married, after your kids get married, that time again you'll feel like kind of satisfaction, right? Okay, I have done my job. I think it's time for me to see beyond. The Maya has nothing to offer anymore. So that is the time when you learn transcendence. That is the time when you seek desires which are beyond the human desires. So desiring is not bad, whereas if your desire affects other consciousness, that is bad. Yeah.
Hmm. And the intensity, I feel like that also. has a correlation with the suffering. How
mm,
intense are you desiring? And because like when we increase our intensity, there's like the lack of um fulfillment comes from there.
mm,
Like however intense you desire in your mind, the less you'll be fulfilled when the desire is complete. So you go back again, you want it again to try it again. So I feel like that is also, I'm learning these things like personally. Like these are not the things that I'm like, I've like heard from somewhere or anything like that. These are things that I'm learning. And I feel like these deities, they help a lot. They help tremendously in these aspects. They're basically, I just want to share this because maybe a lot of people who are like Christian or uh, Muslim might be hearing our talk as well. Is
mm,
that we are naming them deities, right? They're just thought concept that we have subscribed to. So
mm,
people can be like talking to angels, and it could be the equivalent of talking to deities.
mm,
So, oh, another thing that I want to say is that in my personal experience, I have learned that there are different levels of deities there as well. Like, for example, Ganesh, for me, he's an aspect of me. I can't really perceive him other than me in that
mm,
way. Like, he, yes, he does give me information about other people as well, but I can't really perceive other people through him. I can only perceive myself through him. Like when he talks to me or connects to me, I'm not gonna even kid. I'm not gonna. I'm not kidding that I had conversation with these thought forms where I confronted them. I told them that this is not my thoughts. I'm not. I don't think this way. What are you?
mm,
Who
mm,
are you? And it just told me that we are just different aspect of your subconscious. You can call us your part of your subconscious form. You can call us your guardian angel. You can call us, because like all of these theories are in my head, so they need to relate to me. That what do you want us to call? Like what do
mm,
you think we are? Because like at the end
mm,
of the day, I have to name them. They don't need to
mm,
name. Like, they don't name themselves. But
mm,
there are other beings as well who will name themselves, like who
mm,
will come, and they could be good, bad. I have had experience with bad thought forms as well that had come in my head and like talking to me basically, like giving me different feelings, giving me different thoughts, and I'm like, they're not my thought. What are you? Who are you? Why are you here? And they just go away. But these ones doesn't go away. The one that I'm saying that they're like Ganesh um sect. I don't think it's Ganesh itself because like that's very high. The one that I think is like the actual Ganesh, I haven't reached that yet. I don't know if I can reach it this lifetime as well, but they have their sects of um like how I see it is that my oversoul has different aspect of being that helps different aspect of the other sect of. I don't know if it makes sense to you or not. Like how how in Vaikunt, for example, there is there is um the god of Vaikunt. I forgot his name.
Narada?
Vishnu.
Mm,
Vishnu, for example. And with Vishnu, it's the Ma Lakshmi. and there are other people that are there as well in the stories and all that stuff.
mm,
When I perceive it, I see all the same. The whole Vaikunt is Vishnu. Even Narad is Vishnu. And like that's just an aspect of him. You know what I mean? Like there's one aspect that is doing taking messages different places. There are other aspects who's guarding the door. There's other aspects that are like doing the fan and all that stuff. So that's what I think. You know what I mean? Like
mm,
that's the Shirodakshay Vishnu, you can say. And there are like other Garbhodakshay Vishnus, and there are other ones below it. So it's basically helping itself in different way, whatever way the other part feels relatable.
mm,
But because this universe is so big, there are other types of Vishnus working as well. Like I don't think there's only one Vishnu. Yeah, there is one Vishnu that is overlaying everything, but there are other Vishnus that has their own consciousness and own
mm,
um, work they want to do, own Maya they want to play, and they that can clash with mine. My Vishnu's Maya, you know what I mean? Like your Vishnu's Maya might clash with my Vishnu's Maya, and that creates the whole story. Um, but I feel like those deities are like that way. You know what I mean? We create them in a way, and they create us in a way, and it's just hide and seek.
mm. What I feel is like the deities, right? Like how we have three bodies, that is physical, astral, and causal. Similarly, deities have many layers of consciousness, like not one, like many layers, and some of the layers which are near to the humans enter the humans' minds. That is, whenever we try to connect with Kali, Ganapati, no, uh, the most reduced form of the deities connect with us, and that is whom we talk to. So they are more conscious, they are more expanded than us. Our consciousness is like small, like a tiny ant, and the ant is able to connect with
Smaller,
deities because, huh?
I said smaller than ant.
Huh, yeah, yeah. So the reason the ant is able to connect with such high expanded consciousness is because that expanded consciousness has many layers in it. Like how the ant has three bodies. Similarly, the deities have like multi-layered, like millions of layers of bodies, and we connect with one layer, like a pizza slice, right? Not a pizza, a slice of bread. So small slice of bread we connect with, and once we disconnect, it goes back to that original state.
Mhm. And I don't think there is any problem with this. A lot of people likes to think that they're special and they're grandiose and they're like they are connecting to the highest of high. Who
Mm,
are you? We need to know who we are first and
mm,
what role we are playing in this Maya, and not just think that we're connecting to the highest of high. Something that is highest of high for me, it could be a bird. Like if I'm an ant, if the deity's form is just the bird, like that's what I'm saying. Like that's highest of high for me. I don't
mm,
need to see if there's a dragon there or not, but that bird in front of me is highest of high, and that should be fine, and that should be
mm,
okay. And a lot of people, I feel like, have this notion that like people are not connecting to different. I feel like that is the reason that I got out of the got out of the Telegram because I feel like a lot of people were having trouble just accepting that whoever you are doing, whoever you're connecting, that is it for you. Like if the other person is having a grandiose, better experience than you, that's fine. But I
mm,
just felt like a lot of people were upset about it, and I just, to me, it's very personal. You know what I mean?
mm,
And not everyone in that in the chat are of same level.
mm. True,
People are
true.
different level. People have different experiences. Like I personally
Mm,
think that I'm like just entered
mm,
the spiritual world. I'm
mm.
Jeshta, by the way. My what's the name? My
Nakshatra.
nakshatra name is Jeshta,
Yes.
and and there was a thing that I was reading because like the other day you were doing someone's nakshatra thing, and I read like one of my pada or something. I'm not sure what it is. The day that I was born was not a good day. It
Mm,
was it was a day where you should not do any new things. You should not pray or like do any havan or anything like that. What do you think that has effect on my life? Do you think that has any effect?
uh, Again, astrology is more like uh, is like a story of your past. That is what the past life, whatever karma we did. It's just a reflection of that. And the thing is, if you believe more in astrology, the past life karma will repeat again. So we are forced. So if we are believing in astrology, we are forcing that karma to repeat, and that's why its spirituality
True.
comes into the picture, where it tells that
Th-
go beyond the astrology. The thing is, astrology is not false; it is a story, and it is your decision to be a part of it or not.
Hmm. Yeah, I understand it now in a better manner. Um,
Mm,
but when I saw it and I could kind of relate that yeah, it is true that like it said that whoever is born in this nakshatra, they're
mm,
very unfortunate. That's what it said. Um, I can relate the unfortunateness of my life. I have so many unfortunate experiences, but after connecting to the spirituality, all of those things kind of gave me more reasons of like why I am the way I am. And I'm like, I don't need to relate to them. Those are just happenings. They happen, whatever. I don't want this from Maya anymore. I know what
mm,
I want from Maya, and I'm gonna get those things.
mm,
And I feel like that's why it's what you've created, the 18-month program. It's very easy to digest. Even intellectually, it's pretty easy to digest. I would think because there is the Shiv Tattva there that helps ground, right? It gives direction to the Shakti Tattvas. And
mm,
I'm feeling like I need some Shakti Tattvas, so I might join back because I feel
mm,
like um, Ganpati had given me permission way before.
mm,
As I was telling you that I couldn't really connect to Chishta Ganpati because I don't know. I guess it's the form
mm,
that I didn't feel like it was like connecting to me in my Muladhara. I feel like Uchishta Ganpati would have connected more in my Swadhisthana. I don't
mm,
know. I just read the story of Uchishta Ganpati and I'm like, this is something like Swadhisthana thing. It's not a
mm,
Muladhara thing. That just
mm,
came in my mind. At least for me, that's how I felt.
mm,
Um, but I couldn't really connect to Uchishta Ganpati. Um, I just connect to like Chaturbhuj Ganpati, like just white, um, white bodied. But after you told me about the 32 forms, um, I narrowed down three, and then I narrowed down two. And one of the form was Veera Ganpati, and the story of him was so beautiful. That was the story where he destroyed Mushakasur and made
mm,
Mushakasur his Vahan.
mm,
So I'm like, are you trying to do this for me? Like, are you trying to like cut this ego construct down and like make me your slave and get me do things,
mm, mm,
auspicious things in this world? Like, what is
mm.
going on? But all
The audio is
feels,
not. Uh, you're able to hear me,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay. Mm.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Um, other people's experience with Ganpati, where I feel like Ganpati was pretty stern with them. Ganpati told them like you are like this, you are like that. He said those things to me as well. I'm not
Mm,
gonna lie, but I
mm,
have like very thick skin, so
mm,
it didn't really get to me. And I'm like, you know how I am, anyways. Like, this
mm,
is how I am. So he just
mm,
like gave up. He's like, okay, you're gonna take your time doing this
mm,
thing, but that's when he kind of told me that i- it's gonna happen, right? Like
mm,
this is where we all are gonna go. Doesn't matter how long you take, how fast you go. It's all about how much suffering you can take. If you
mm,
wanna take more suffering, you're gonna take longer time. But if you don't want to suffer much, you just do it quick. You just experience the desire and then don't create this desire anymore, and then follow the next, finish it, don't create anymore, and then next, finish it, don't create anymore. Or you can just experience it more and more and more. You don't get it, you feel upset, you feel sad, and you entangle yourself with other people's emotions and all that stuff. He showed me all that. He was like, whichever you want to take, you take. You know that I'm there unconditionally for you, which you've said. They're there unconditionally for us, and they don't judge. They're not judgy at all. Whatever you want to do, they're gonna be supportive of it because
mm,
that's your decision, and they're okay with it. Same for Ma. I had the same feeling. I think I was telling you that I, with Ganpati, I also connect to a form of Ma.
mm,
I'm not sure which form, because I don't think it's Kali, because um I don't know. Whenever I go to Kali, I feel like there is a Shiv Tattva that's not letting me connect to her.
mm, mm,
And apart from Ganpati, I don't feel connected to any other male forms, which is
mm,
kind of frustrating to me because I do want to connect to Shiva Tattvas and all that stuff.
mm,
But I I always feel like I can't connect to them properly.
mm,
There's a
mm,
blockage. There's a
mm,
blockage there,
mm.
that I've always felt. I don't know if you can give me any answer about that, but
You mean Shiva Tattvas, right?
yeah, like I can't connect. Like even like I can connect to like Krishna, for example, but I can't
Mm,
connect to Ram. I can connect to Ugra Devtas, but not Shiva. Like Narsingha, I can connect to different type of Ganpati I can connect to, but not any like Shiva, pure Shiva form. And the
That's
other day,
mm.
yeah,
Yeah, that's because they are calm in nature, right? So the more calm they are, that is like Ram, Sadashiva, the more calm they are, it's harder for to talk. Like they don't talk too much. They just be there for you. They just give their energy. When they give their energy, you also become calm. You become less talkative. Uh, so that's how they connect. They don't talk too much.
mm,
Yeah.
yeah, that is a cool observation because it is true. When I'm connecting to Ganpati, I'm like having a conversation. I'm like
Mm,
literally talking to him. Hey, what's up? How's it going? I have this problem. I need to be solved. And like he will help me. Like not right
mm,
away, but he will be like in a day or two, not sometime even in an hour, he will just send me some thoughts that this
mm,
is how you can do it. He will never say
mm,
this is how you should do it, but he'll always say this is how you can do it.
mm.
And but whenever I try to connect to Shiva, I just like I can't really talk. I don't
Yeah.
think there's someone having a conversation with me.
True. 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 Yeah.
So it's a good thing. Now I will try to connect and I will be okay if there's no conversation going on.
Mm, true. Then, so do you have any more questions in your list?
Um, I had a theory about understanding people's, reading people's mind, basically. This is a spiritual theory that I kind of came up with. Maybe you've heard about it before from someone
Mm,
else. But when I was diving more into like how these siddhis work in like scientific manner, how do they work? I was I This thought came to my mind is that focus is one of the main things
mm,
that you need to focus on their thought, like
mm,
what you are thinking. I need to focus on either I will influence your thought
mm,
or I will vibrate in a same level where I am thinking the same thought as you. So I feel like that's how this reading people's mind siddhi work,
mm,
where we both kind of think the same thing, or I am
mm,
influencing you to think the same thing.
mm,
That was a cool understanding that I had. So if anyone wants to have this siddhi, they just need to quiet their mind so much that they don't have an ego, where they can influence other people to either think the same thing or think the same thing as they're thinking.
mm.
I hope people understand what I'm trying to mean, but
Oh,
it worked for me. And the you were doing some experiment one day on live, and the other person that was there, I had two of the numbers, the same number that they have said, but I have thought about it and I have kind of sent the number into them while I was seeing them, and I'm like, think this. It didn't work with you, but it
oh,
worked with them. So I feel
okay.
like there's also a protective layer that people have. Like if you are like focused on your Shiv Tattva, on your Shiva mind, which is pure zero, and you are thinking that, I feel like that kind of protects a protective layer in people.
Oh, yeah. Can you like influence and put some thought or something so that like the audience? I know there are only four audience, but anyway, okay. And the whoever is the audience, can you? Hey, my chat disappeared. Okay, it's visible
I
now.
can
Yeah,
see. Yeah.
yeah. So, yeah, just I want to know who are the five people who are still watching it. Just give a hi.
Not much. We're not talking about fun stuff, I guess. Um, we're like, I mean, these are my fun stuff. I find it fun. I
Mm,
can talk about spiritual things. I talk to my mom about these things like hours.
mm,
If someday we're talking about spiritual things, we can talk like 2, 3 hours,
mm,
and she will be like, I don't know. I wonder how you understand all of these things. And I'm like 52, 53. I can't understand what you're saying properly. I'm like,
ah,
I feel like it just comes very naturally to people.
mm,
And that's why I say to people that if you are not spiritual, don't even worry about it. Just enjoy your life.
mm, mm.
And at least don't harm other people. That's all we need to do. And
Yeah.
these spiritual things will come up naturally. It's not. By the way, I've had a couple of ghost experiences as well.
Mm,
Um, while I was like experiencing the spiritual world, and I kind of delved into a little bit of the paranormal world as well.
mm,
And it was fun. It still is fun.
mm,
It's all experiments, right? Like nothing is set into stone, but this
mm,
is how I'm perceiving it. This is not the real thing because nothing is the
mm,
real thing. We can't perceive the real thing. We
mm,
can only perceive the lam yam ham bum, those, you know what I mean? Those
mm,
vibrations. And we can
mm,
only work with them.
mm.
So I have had a couple of ghost experience. Have you had any ghost experiences? Oh, by the way, you didn't say about your siddhi. What kind of siddhis do you have?
No, I don't have any other than awakening Kundalini. Yeah.
You have the OG one.
Yeah. So that another thing, yeah, that you told, right? That influencing the mind. Can you just like experiment on it? Like maybe people will watch it later after the live is uploaded. Yeah. Hmm.
What kind of experiment do you want me to do?
Like you told, right? Either there are two ways to read people's mind. One is to go to their vibration level, or to influence their mind such that they think about certain thoughts. So can you experiment and show so that the whoever needs to watch it will watch it later? Yeah.
We need a crowd for that. We need a crowd. We need like you know what I mean? Like
Mm,
for those things, I feel like you need to make the stage.
mm,
I can't really do it this way. Like I don't think there's any willing people there. Like I could only try to influence your mind. I can't try to if I
mm,
don't see someone, how would I
mm.
like in
Sure.
my
Yeah.
mind construct?
Yeah. Only I was talking about only me, like not like the
Okay.
crowd. Yeah. Mm,
Let's think about numbers then.
mm.
Let me see if I can telepathically
Range. The range.
range. Let's do 25. Well, 1 to 25.
1 to 25.
Yeah,
Uh, okay. Done.
done. I'm gonna write it,
Mm.
and you tell me what you think, what number
Uh,
that I have or
mm.
we have come together with.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm done.
Done.
What
Okay.
number did you think?
24.
24. I wrote 17.
Oh,
So we're not aligned yet. We need to
ah,
get aligned. Focus.
okay. Second try. Yeah.
um,
Mm,
Second try. Let's do it.
mm,
Same range.
mm, mm, mm. Yeah, I have thought about my number.
Okay.
Okay, I'll say the number. It's 8.
I wrote 13.
Okay.
So we are not that aligned yet, and
Mm,
it's a tricky thing, right? Because like another thing that I've realized that you need to be in their space for some time to be
mm,
able to influence or to, and they also have to be open, right? They also
mm.
have to be open to receive or be influenced. That's another thing.
Okay, this
But
time I will try to receive whatever you send. So, okay, from 1 to 25, I'll
no,
try to receive.
try to send me then.
Okay, I
Let's
have
see
to
if that
send you.
works.
Okay, okay. Um, Wait, 1 to 25, right? Um,
Hmm.
okay, sent.
Okay, I'm gonna write it down. Okay.
Mm.
14 came up. Did you
Oh,
say or send anything? What
no,
did you send?
I sent 25. Uh,
Oh,
yeah.
25.
Yeah, yeah. Now I'll try to receive your number. So what you have to do is you have to shout your number inside the mind for like at least 10 times, and I will try to receive it.
Okay. Yeah.
Uh, is it 17?
Close. It was 19.
Oh,
Yeah.
mind reading is tough, dude.
Yeah,
But
I feel like it takes time. The more
mm,
you do it, the more you like
mm,
go into the zone. I don't want this, honestly. I don't really care
mm,
for this Siddhi.
Siddhi,
I would rather see people's karma, honestly. Like,
mm,
what do they have left? What do they need to work on? I'm more interested in that.
mm,
Like, for mine as well, like, what do I need to work on more? Because I also want to get it done. Like, I'm chilling here. I'm saying that it's fine, it's okay, but I also want it done. Like I have this map that I want it done in 3 lifetime. After this, three more, and I should be done.
mm,
So I'm like, because I see that there's still so much I need to learn. I need to experience. I don't think I can do it in this lifetime, but I
mm,
really, really hope that this understanding of spiritual realm goes with me in my next lifetime, which I feel like it does,
mm,
because if it didn't, I wouldn't be this understanding of these concepts.
mm,
Like other people don't even have a clue. Like they don't even want to know what it is.
mm.
Their concept is like maybe there is a soul. That this is how they can go. This is much they go to. But cities and stuff, I don't find it attractive
Yeah, and
because
there
still
is a
like
mantra for mind reading. Like for mind reading, right? There is one Rudra mantra called as Om Rudra Gayatri. So it's called as
mhm,
Om Tatpurushaya Vidmahe Mahadevaya Dhimahi Tanno Rudraha Prachodayat. So if you do this like 108 times every day for 40 days, right? Maybe like
mhm,
2 3 malas a day, I guess. 2 3 malas of Rudra Gayatri for 40 days might unlock the siddhi of mind reading, because that person will awaken the Ajna chakra. This gets away once this gets awakened, um, we'll be able to see other people's Ajna chakra and read the mind. So
Can you do it? Can
no, no, I
you
have not.
see other people's?
No, I have not done that Rudra Gayatri sadhana. But there is in Tantra Shastra there is that thing where uh, people have done those siddhis. Yeah.
Don't you think it'll be a good tool for you to have though? Like, I feel
Mm,
like there will be more students coming up and all that stuff. Like
mm,
it'd be much easier for you to just look at them and be like, okay, you need to work on this, you need to work on this. That
mhm.
could be much easier for you.
Yeah. Yeah, but I depend more on the Mahavidyas only, because like Rudra, like I feel like the uh, Shiva Tattvas have their own way to come into their life, and I feel like being a mother rather than being the dad. Yeah.
Mm. I feel the same way. I
Mm,
maybe also because I don't have good relationship with my dad. Maybe that's another reason. And
mm,
I was thinking about it the other day and I was talking to my mom is that
mm,
mother aspect of divine comes very natural to me
mm,
and father aspect of the divine comes not really natural like um Ganesh and Krishna, they come as a friend, they come as a brother, they don't come as a dad, they don't come as
mm,
a like a father figure for me. So that's why I was saying that like it's very tough because it is true that they don't talk much because even my
mm,
real dad doesn't talk much.
mm, mm.
They're just like there observing, seeing what's going on. They
Yeah,
don't really
yeah, true.
um what I was saying, I forgot. Yeah, about the siddhis. You should get that siddhi. I feel like that would be easier for you. Oh no, another thing I want to talk about is that do you think that we always work from the down chakra to up chakra, or is it possible for someone to have other ones already active and working?
Yeah, most of them I told, right, in the Nakshatra series. Some have the Anahata in dominant, some have Sahasrara, some have Muladhara in dominant. So what it means is they have done some sadhana in the previous life, and that's why. But I don't see. Fault in strengthening the lower chakra, because the more we strengthen the lower chakra, better it is for spiritual growth, because otherwise the building will be little shaky, right? So before you go to the
For sure.
Sahasrara, it's always recommended to strengthen the lower chakras, no matter if you have done sadhana in the previous life also. It's just 18 months, right? Yeah. Mm,
Very, very true. I feel like lower chakra work should be done first.
mm,
Because, like, you go to Anahata, you have bigger heart, and then your sacral is not aligned properly. Now you are lusty and drooling over everyone, like, and you also love them as well. So, I don't
mm,
think it's a good combo to have. I
yeah,
feel like it is good to have stable ground and then go up.
true.
It's less likely to come down again if
Mm,
you get stronger from the below. And
mm,
I always have this feeling that my upper chakras are more active than my lower chakras, and I feel like I've worked a lot in my upper chakras in other lifetime than I worked in
mm,
my lower chakra.
mm,
And I'm just having a little bit of tough time, honestly, to navigate this lower chakra, upper chakra situation.
mm,
It's pretty
mhm.
tricky because it's so much connected to day life that we don't realize. We
True.
say chakra and tendencies in spiritual sense, but they all come to normal life. They all go through the normal processes of life.
True. True.
But after Ganpati, I feel definitely less food cravings. There
Mm,
is way better. Like I don't previously I would eat something because I want to like the taste. I wouldn't care how much expensive it is or whatever it is. But
mm,
now I will eat whatever there is. Like I don't
mm,
really kind of differentiate much. Like
mm,
if it is there, yeah, I will eat it. If that's there, I will eat it. If I have an opportunity to eat something good, I will eat it. But if I don't, it's fine as well.
mm,
That one thing that I've realized way better, but I feel like I need to do the other ones, like Bhairavi I need to do because like I I didn't like Bhairavi kind of scares me, the visual and everything.
mm.
um visual and everything kind of scares me. But like what she represents is very cool. It's like the energy itself, right? The
Mm,
she represents the flow of the energy, like the dormant state, right? If she
mm,
has the control over the dormancy, she has the control over the control, like how much
mm.
it should be poured into and how much a dormancy you'd need, because we need both aspect. We are not like
Yeah.
sleep is important and also energy is important as well.
Mm,
So I feel like I need that more regulation, definitely.
mm,
So
true.
um would you recommend me to do the Ganpati month again, or should I just, if I want to start again, should I just start with Bhairavi?
You can start with Bhairavi, I guess, because Ganpati allowed you, right, to go to the Bhairavi month, and also Bhairavi represents Mother Earth itself. So, the whole Bhairavi month is about showing our gratitude towards the Mother who gave us this physical body, like on a contract basic basis. So it's like we are thanking her for giving this food, sleep, shelter, and the physical body itself. And finally, we have to give it back maybe after age 50 or 60 when we part ways with Mother Earth. Yeah.
Hmm. All of these things in my head, they kind of goes like the psychology of it comes first, which I feel like I need to forego more and more, because it's not about psychology, right?
Mm,
It's about just forgetting or dissociating.
mm,
And like psychology isn't really good in that way, because it kind of wants to make sense of things, right?
mm,
And at some point it doesn't make sense. At
mm,
some point it's like pretty meaningless from a human perspective. Like I shouldn't say meaningless, but we can't give proper meaning to these, right?
mm,
Because like these are like other understanding, they come from different type of emotions and understanding, which not everyone understands. And I feel like that is my problem. I need to forego that um Ganpati set of mindset that I need
mm,
to intellectualize everything.
mm. Yeah, it will happen like naturally. There's no hurry, as you told, right? Like maybe 3 lifetimes more, and uh, you can take your time. Yeah.
exactly. I can take my
Mm,
time, but I definitely want those lifetime to give. This
mm,
lifetimes are for me to enjoy. I'm
mm,
enjoying it, and I'm like getting basically um done over with it. Like I don't want this anymore. Like I had enough enjoyment. So this lifetime is like a little bit of enjoyment, a little bit of duty, but I would like to dedicate my other lifetime to the duty more, like
mm,
giving and what you are doing, for example. Like you probably had lifetime like me, where
mm,
you intellectually understood these things. You know what I mean?
mm,
If you didn't, you wouldn't be able to understand me. You wouldn't be able
mm,
to relate to me if you hadn't. And I feel like
mm,
everyone had similar or same type of experience as you have, because everyone that is there subscribe to your channel, they relate to you, right?
mm,
And the only way we can relate is if we had that type of experience. So
mm,
we've had, we go through so many things, and I feel like this knowledge is important for people to recognize and to accept. Not everyone does, and that's a problem. Like
mm,
if we all do it, if we all understand it, we will be more like loving to each other. We would not
mm,
be not loving.
mm,
You know what I mean? We would, if we understood these things properly, we would be more loving. That's for sure. That's how I felt, and I have become more loving because I
mm,
know this. That
mm,
like if I am hurting someone, I'm hurting
mm,
myself,
mm.
because that someone has the same Shiva as that is in me.
Mm.
You know
True,
what I
true.
mean?
Yeah. Huh. Okay then. So like before we end the session, we'll maybe meditate for like 5 to 10 minutes. Then we can end the session. Yeah. So we have to
For
sit
sure.
straight and close our eyes and chant Om Krim Mahakalika inside the mind for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, I will remind you to open the eyes. So, uh, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, oh, the guest is not there. So everyone can open their eyes. Uh, Wait, what happened? Okay. So thanks everyone for joining this live session. Uh, Thanks Hossein for joining this live session. I don't know where he went. Like I was meditating and maybe he disappeared. So yeah, we will end the session. Thanks for joining this live session, guys. We'll meet in tomorrow's video. I think there is not gonna be any more live session. This is the last live session for this month, and the next month I'll be making individual videos on the nakshatras and the Sandhya Vandan and all those stuff. So uh, hope you enjoyed this live session. Yeah, thank you and Jai Mahakal.